In this episode of Trash to Cash, I'm going to be taking an old worn tyre and a scaffold board and hopefully turning it into a seesaw. This project should be a really simple one. I got this worn tyre for free from a local garage. Most garages will just give them away because they're really hard to dispose of. I also got a scaffold board. Now this one's new and it cost me £15, but if you get a reclaim board, you'll probably be looking around the £7 mark. The first job is to cut this tyre in half, and I'm going to be using a hacksaw for this job because chances are I'm going to find some hidden wire in this rubber. If you notice on the side of the tyre there's already kind of a puncture or at least a lot of wear, that's going to give me a mark for where I'm going to cut. Well, that was definitely a lot harder than I thought it would be. You can cut it with an hacksaw, but be prepared for a lot of hard work. These wires was much tougher to go through than I ever thought they would be. So if you've got a powered option, definitely go that route. With the tyre finally cut in half, I'm going to turn my attention back to the scaffold board. At the moment, it's a bit rough and ready. The first thing I'm going to do is cut some rounded corners. I'm just going to mark round an old paint can, just offer it up. Do the same on the other corner. I can cut that with a jigsaw. Now I can cut the same kind of curves on the other corners, and then it's a hell of a lot of sanding. With the tyre in half and the board sanded, now we just need to think about how we're going to attach the two. Well, I'm going to go down the simple route and just use a couple of scrap blocks. These will literally just sit between the walls of the tyre and get secured through the sides with some screws. But first, these will get glued and screwed to the actual board itself. With some exterior wood glue added, I'm about to secure it in place with some screws now. Before I get any paint applied to the board, I want to double check that it actually fits first. That should work well. I can get a couple of coats applied to this now, and I'll be using garden paint, so it should protect it against the elements and it'll just give it a nice vibrant colour. Now that the board has had 2 coats of the garden paint, we can get the tyre attached. To actually attach the tyre to the wooden blocks on the inside, I'm going to be using panhead screws, and I'm also going to back them up with some penny washers. This will help to distribute the force of the screw holding it to the block of wood. Without the washer, the screw's got a chance to just drive right through the rubber. So the tyre's on, let's flip it over and have a look. Well, it certainly seesaws. The last thing to do is to just add a couple of handles on both sides of the seesaw. These are just regular pull handles. So that's the seesaw done. Making use of an old worn tyre that would otherwise just get thrown away and a scaffold board, I think it's a winner. It's a dead simple project to do, and if you do give it a go for yourself, let us know in the comments down below because we obviously love to hear what you think of these projects. This is a Trash to Cash project, so it's going up for sale now, so fingers crossed it goes for a decent price. If you haven't subscribed to On a Budget already, make sure you click the subscribe button and then click the little bell icon next to it. That way you'll get notification as soon as you upload a new video. Cheers for watching. Just gotta find some friends now.